Hi teachers. Let's have a conversation about skills interviewers look for in a teacher. So, tell me, what skills do you bring to the table as a teacher?
Well, I believe I have a lot to offer in terms of my soft skills. I'm very proficient in Microsoft Word and Excel, and I'm comfortable with using online platforms like Zoom, Google Meet, and Webex for online classes. I'm also experienced in using smart board technology in the classroom.
Great. Soft skills are definitely important, but what about other qualities that make a great teacher?
I believe confidence is key. As a teacher, I need to be confident in my abilities to teach and to engage my students. I'm also very creative and I enjoy coming up with new and exciting ways to present information to my students.
That's great to hear. Time management is also important in the classroom. How do you manage your time?
I'm very organized and I plan my lessons in advance. I also have strategies for dealing with unexpected events that might throw off my schedule. I prioritize my tasks and make sure that I have enough time for everything that needs to be done.
Child psychology is another important aspect of teaching. How do you incorporate that into your teaching?
I have a deep understanding of child psychology, and I use that knowledge to create a positive and supportive classroom environment. I make sure to tailor my lessons to the individual needs of my students, and I encourage them to be active participants in their own learning.
Responsibility is also important. How do you take responsibility for your students' learning?
As a teacher, I take full responsibility for my students' learning. I believe that every student can succeed, and I work hard to ensure that they have the resources and support they need to do so. I also hold myself accountable for their progress, and I'm always looking for ways to improve my teaching methods.
Spontaneity and decision power are also important qualities for a teacher to have. How do you handle unexpected situations in the classroom?
I'm very adaptable, and I'm able to think on my feet. I have the ability to make quick decisions when unexpected situations arise in the classroom. I also have a backup plan in case something doesn't go according to plan.
Cultural interest is also important in teaching. How do you incorporate cultural diversity into your lessons?
I believe that cultural diversity is essential in the classroom. I make sure to incorporate different cultures into my lessons, and I encourage my students to learn about and celebrate different cultures. I also make an effort to learn about the cultures of my students so that I can better understand their needs and perspectives.
So, what skills do you think make a great teacher?
I believe that motivation, leadership skills, and class management are the essential skills that every teacher should have.
Interesting. Can you tell me more about why motivation is important for a teacher?
Motivation is what drives a teacher to continuously improve their teaching skills and to provide the best learning experience for their students. As a motivated teacher, I'm always seeking out new teaching strategies and techniques to make sure that my students are engaged and challenged in their learning.
That's great to hear. What about leadership skills? How do they play a role in teaching?
Leadership skills are important because they help a teacher to inspire and guide their students towards achieving their goals. As a teacher, I lead by example, and I strive to create a classroom culture that promotes collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. I also give my students opportunities to take on leadership roles in the classroom, which helps them develop their own leadership skills.
Class management is also an important skill for a teacher to have. Can you talk about how you manage your class?
Class management is essential to ensuring that the classroom runs smoothly and that every student has the opportunity to learn and succeed. I create a positive and supportive classroom environment by setting clear expectations and boundaries for behavior, and by providing consistent and fair consequences for any misbehavior. I also use a variety of teaching strategies and techniques to keep my students engaged and focused on their learning.
Thank you for sharing that. In summary, it sounds like motivation, leadership skills, and class management are the key skills that every teacher should have.
Thank you for taking the time to learn with us today. Watch our next videos to learn in detail.
Keep learning, keep teaching.